Ayla, Piotr Sunda. Welcome onto my channel. Today we are doing the Rune Jera. Enjoy. Of the world, of the sun, of all, we welcome the harvest this year. And so it's done. Harvest, God prayer. Harvest, Maiden Freya, we call you this day to be with us as we talk about the harvest, as we talk about what we have achieved. We talk about Jera. Hi guys, Tuva here. A quick one this week. We're doing the Rune Jera, and as I say, this is what Jera looks like, if you can see. Yeah, it's almost like it's encompassing itself. You could do it with your arms like that when we're going to be doing the Rune, or I don't know, you can do it whatever way you wish, but you can do it like that. It's almost like a cuddle, really. And so it's really talking about what we can accomplish over a period of time. So you've got the 12 months of the year. Now, in that time, you would be planting your seeds, growing your seeds into plants and lives. You would then be harvesting, and so over that period of time, it would be a slow progress, but something that we will attain if we work hard enough to get. Yeah, the god and goddess of this would be Freyr and Freya. So I've got the symbolisation upon the altar now. The altar cloth is brown. You can have blue, you can have black, you can have yellow, gold, any of the colours really that you would think of for the harvest. For when the leaves are falling, just look at a leaf and you'll see. Because it is, even though it's over the 12 months, it is really depicting the 12 months that you have put in, but it is now the harvest, what you reap. So what you sow you shall reap is a very good saying. Now Jera, if you get it in a reading, it means to take stock, to think about what it is you want to attain in the future and to work towards it, so have a goal in mind, which is a good thing to have anyway. And it's after the last 3 runes, which were very desolate and cold and not so good. This is actually giving you a good time ahead if you work it properly. Now, as I say, you've got all the different aspects with this. I've got Freyr on here, and that is depicting Freyr, her brother. So they are like the twins of fertility. They are the guardians of the earth. They nurture the earth and bring it to fruition. The candle of light bringing forth the sun. And when you think about it, you cannot get things just like that overnight. Jera is working towards your personal harvest, and so you need to be thinking upon the following year before you even get there, if that makes sense. You need patience, it's essential. And Jera is the rune of movement. It is not stagnation. If you watch the yearly rotation, how the farmers work the land, how we get the things that we need to sustain life, that is slow progress, but it is not stagnant. It is actually very fluid, and it is movement, and that is Jera in a nutshell. It does not stagnate. Every month of the year there is a progress. When you look at the correspondences, you've got the animals, which would be the ox, which makes great sense because the ox would pull the carriages, or the cart that would do the harvesting or sow the seeds, you know, reaping up the earth so that you could sow the seeds. And then you have the eagle, which also makes sense because the eagle flies ahead and looks for what it is you're aiming towards. When you think also on this, the scythe or the scythe, I don't quite know how you say that word, but that is used to cut down the harvest, and it is powerful. The mill, which grinds the grain to feed us, to give us what we need to sustain life, not just for us but for animals. We also make products to feed the plants. It is all a big circle and something that we aim for. So farmers have a lot of responsibility. Now when you're starting on your trek to find what it is you want, you have months ahead to work your way through it slowly. And when you look at how slow sometimes things are, it can be off-putting. It can make you feel like you're not getting anywhere. But if you stick to the plans that you make, you will achieve an end product. And so it is with anything that you do in your life, any plans that you have. You need to take it slowly, and you need to be precise in what you're going to do each month towards it. But the runes, they have specific meanings like the tarot, but each one is very personal to the person that is looking at them. They have meanings in your life, and sometimes you know the meanings, but when you open them up and you look at them, they can actually tell you a lot more, not just the thing that it's saying it is. There will be underlying issues depending on your situation and what you're seeking, the advice that you need. Looking at the altar again, we have the drink for celebration when you harvest, to share with the gods, to thank them for another year of success. The harvest is a wonderful time of the year. It's a time when we can store everything for the winter so that we don't have to struggle. But if you look closely at the earth, it is not asleep. Underneath, the bulbs are being nurtured by Mother Earth, and the earth is replenishing itself, its vitality. The animals that die and rot into the ground make food for the earth to become wonderfully fertile, ready for the new year ahead. The winter comes, everything slumbers, but it doesn't slumber deep down inside, just like we don't slumber deep down inside. We have thoughts and feelings and aims and goals to gain, and that is what Jera is all about. Getting that plan, getting it in there and working towards an outcome which is something you really want. And if you stick to what you're doing, you will see an outcome, and that is what Jera is telling you to do. What do you think about this time of the year? Is it a time that you feel sad? Is it a time when you feel encouraged through what we've gained, that we've got something to look forward to? Or is it just the thought of winter closing in, and this is a great time of the year for you to start planning what you want in the future? And so as witches, we can look at our plan and be fluid with it, just as Jera is fluid. I love this time of the year because, to be honest, it's a time of completion. but not complete, if that makes sense. We have the new year coming up. We have advice from our deity and our loved ones, and then we go into that time of peace and quiet, a good time to plan. When we come out of that, it goes into spring, and spring is a time when we start to sow what we have thought about. So when you sow, you don't expect to see things straight away, do you? But there is hard work. You have to toil the ground. You have to make it fertile. You have to put the seed in, and you have to water it and stop the birds from attacking it and eating it before it gets any roots. And so it is with anything that we do. We have to make sure it has a good foundation, a good understanding of what we're doing, and then to grow it, water it, make sure it's coming to some form of root. Once that root is there, we can build on it and watch it grow. And so it is. We go from spring into summer, and we start to see progress. We start to see it becoming what we thought. And then once we hit summer, what happens? We know we're near the goal. We're coming into autumn, and autumn is the time when we see the outcome that we can reap. We can then cut it down and use it. And then we're back to winter again. So it's not the end of that plan. You can add to that plan, you can add to it, and you can make it grow again, or add something new. Every year you get that opportunity to try something different. So if you'd like to take your seat and get comfortable and relax, making sure you won't be disturbed, and I'm going to beat the drum. Going to call in a minute after we get into a lovely state of consciousness. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. And out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and hold it, and out through the mouth. You find yourself in the dark. All around you is darkness. Longer gap, primordial time of darkness before anything was. Far left you see a pinprick of light, and in the far right you see also another pinprick of light. This is fire and ice. Towards you is another light. It's coming towards you, and as it does, you see it's growing, and in front of you stands the symbol of the rune Jera. To activate the doorway. see Jera, and now you see Jera. You see the beautiful encompassing arms that make you feel that you are okay, and this is a nice place for you to be. As you go towards the doorway, you feel like you're being carried into the world of the Rune Jera. You find yourself in a beautiful garden. You can hear the birds singing, and you can hear all the animals scurrying around. You also see in the distance a foundation of a house. And you look down and you notice that you have builder's clothes on, of all things. You think, what on earth is this all about? And you make your way towards the foundation. You notice that all the plants are at that time where they're going to be reaped. They're going to be cut down and used for food. And you think, that is a blessing, but what is this foundation? You notice there are two beings standing as if waiting for you. As you get nearer the foundation, you notice the weather has changed and it has become very cold, and the plants have gone bare. There is nothing around but this foundation and these two people. And it turns out this is the foundation that you are thinking about, that you need help to grow. It will become your project, but it will take the form of building a home. You first need help. You need to know how to do this. And who should be there but Freya, goddess Freya. And she smiles at you and says, I am here and I will help you. Freyr is also there, and he is sorting out all the things that you need to build your home. You say, thank you so much, because I don't know where to start. And they say to you, watch what we do and follow. And they start to show you how to make bricks out of straw and mud, and to build the foundations up. As they grow slowly, time is evaporating before your eyes. Freyr and Freya are the goddess and the god, the twins of the earth, the life force. And as such, they give you good lessons. The time is changing, the elements around you. It is becoming lighter at night, and you realise they have been with you for about 3 months. One day you go to start building and they aren't there anymore. And you realise you had the 3 months, the worst time of the winter, to learn, to build what it is you want in your mind. Now you have everything you need. You have your bricks and you have everything that you could possibly need to build on this project. You realise you are now alone, and so you have to do everything yourself. So each day you build more bricks, you get more. It's hard labour and it's tiring, but you at first can't see anything changing. But as spring arrives and you start to see the bricks have come up really high, and you now have to put windows in the house, and these windows are windows of opportunity. You put the windows in and think to yourself as you stand back and look, the excitement of the newness of this project is taking form, and you know that you are on the right path, and that if you work hard you will succeed. It then turns into summertime, and it is boiling hot, and each seasons bring their problems, but you now know that all the bricks are drying out too quickly. You've got to work fast. Time is running short. You're about to put the roof upon it, and you need some of the trees to put as branches upon the top, and the trees are in their beautiful element, fully grown, ready to bear, to help you. And you put this upon the roof, and you stand back and you look at your project, and how does it look? How do you feel? All that hard work that you have put in, does it make you feel good? Good that you've done this and you're achieving. You turn round and are shocked to see both Freyr and Freya are standing there, and they are using the cuddle sign and showing you you have succeeded, and it is now autumn again. Time to reap what you have sown. And they both smile at you and tell you how well you've done, and that they are proud of what you have achieved, and that you should also be proud of what you have achieved. You feel filled with the energy of the rune, and you feel ready to go and conquer and to go and make these things happen for you. It is a time to be celebrating, and as such you get your horn of drink and celebrate with God and the goddess that are standing with you. All the animals come and dance around you. The ox is standing there and the eagle is flying around, and they're all so happy that you have attained what it is you set out to do, and that you didn't give up, that you didn't fall down, that you did it. And that, my friends, is where Jera is now calling you to walk back through the door, back to where you are in your life. And as we go back to the door, we turn round for one more last look at what we achieved, and to say goodbye and thank you to Freyr and Freya, and to the ox and the eagle and everything that you have known for the past year. Jera, meaning year, makes sense now, doesn't it? But you know you have to come back to your home, to your place. And as we walk back through the door, through the rune door, we find ourselves back where we were. And when you're ready, my friends, open your eyes, shake your fingers and your toes, and eat and drink something as soon as possible, for you will need to ground. It's a time when we can work out each 3-month period and put plans into existence, and not force things, but to go through it methodically and professionally and in the right way. And as you do that, you will learn, and it will aid you for the following year also. Jera is a wonderful rune, not one to be dismissed easily, for it might look very simple, but in fact it is a very complicated long-term plan rune. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Anyway, thank you to any new subscribers, and I really do mean that. I do appreciate it, and the channel really does appreciate it too. Thank you to those who have maybe come back and started watching again. Thank you so much. And to those that are always with me, love you guys. To you, thank you also. I'm going to leave it there this week, guys. And so wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Alang.